What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review, and he finally did it. Flancy, the Chinese player, hit a rank 1 North America 1800 LP. Crazy final streak of games, by the way. 2-1-1-1-1. I mean, this guy is pretty good at TFT. That last 20 is also insane. 90% top 4 rate, 50% win rate. I mean, the guy's just a beast, and in only, where's the games played? 257 games. I mean, that is nothing. So I thought, let's watch one of his games, courtesy of the Meta TFT replay watcher thingy. So yeah, let's check out ourselves some Flancy. Other obvious big news, if you guys aren't watching TFT, aren't locked into it, is that there was a B patch yesterday to nerf mech. They nerfed it pretty hard, honestly, to the point where 7 mech went from, one of the best lines you could be playing to not a line that you're very excited to play at all, which, is par for the course as far as balance thrashing. It is a little, I guess I'd rather that than, it winning. There were some insane stats over this weekend. It was like an insane percentage of, wow, that's actually kind of a crazy play already from Flancy. He had a Zac 2 that he made there, and he just sold that because he wanted to prioritize holding stuff like the Garen, the Ezreal, the Rel. He really wants to hold out for this kind of Bastion opener, and what a great Bastion opener we do have already here. I feel like this is Flancy's bread and butter here for spots. All right, I always do this where I go too quickly and he blows through the Augment, so let me speed right up to Augment again. But from an items perspective, like we get sword here, so our only possible slam is Sterak's, which is a little bit awkward. I mean, I like a silver Destiny in general. It's only 3 gold. Caretakers, I think, is one that I feel like people have been more and more open to taking this patch, but I really do like some kind of item augment here to give you the double slam for this spot, right? You can see a world where we take Component Buffet, take like a Chain Vest here, and we make Sterak's Gargoyle, and then our front line's like insane, and then we can just win a bunch of fights. Or, even like, I mean, probably not tier for Showdown, then you go like Showdown Even Shroud, because then you have to make Even Shroud. Like, the thing is, I'd really like to make Sterak's here and play some kind of Bastion opener here with the Syndra. But I'm quite shocked, honestly, that we roll Component Buffets first, but then we also hit Iron Assets, which, like, to me, this is the take. This gives you a double slam and some econ, but we'll see what Mr. Flancy wants in this spot here. Yep, does roll middle here, finds Pocket Recombob, and he opts to take the Silver Destiny, so he rates that the highest set of all these options, and he gets Underdogs, which is kind of a funny option here. I have not really seen anyone like make this work the entire set. The spots where you would theoretically make this work are reroll with some kind of Bastion frontline. The idea being that, you want to heal up the very, very tanky Bastions, and, you want units where the extra HP matters a lot, and then reroll because you want to play, a lower number of units. If you're sitting like, level 5 or level 6 for most of the game and other people are pushing level 7 and 8, then you can easily get value. One time I did play this augment, actually, and it felt like fine, like honestly not as good as I thought it was going to, was back in the day when like Udyr, when like Ashe Udyr and you played Colossal Udyr. I was like, well, I'm gonna start every fight down a unit with Ashe Udyr. I can even like frontline random like Kai'Sa and stuff like that and like sack those units and let them die. Like, so it should be chill, but I don't know. It never felt that good. I mean, it does honestly, like, if you read it, it seems like a lot, right? 4% HP per second is a lot of HP. The problem is that, you're not getting it the whole time, obviously. But, you compare that something to like, a Dragon's Claw. This is every 2 seconds, 2.5% max HP. So 1.25 versus 4 is, I mean, a world of difference. And obviously you're not getting the resist on it. But I mean, this is like more than an item of value that you're getting onto all your units, but it does max out at 150, I guess. So what's 150 times 25? I mean, that's like a pretty high number still. It's like a lot. 220, 2500, 3750, something like that. I don't know if I did that math right, but I mean, that's a lot of HP, but sometimes you have more HP than that. But yeah, this is just going to be our opener. I've done a lot of yapping about the augment that we've taken here, and not too much yapping about just kind of like I mean, I think it makes sense that we're going to play around the Cinder. We're going to play around the Garen. We did make the Stair Axe, and we are looking at actually making a Gargoyles here for our kind of double slam here, potentially. We're also able to make 20 gold here, or we could hold on to the crystals. This is kind of actually, I mean, I would certainly sell these crystal Gambit units here, but we'll see what Mr. Flancy wants to do in this spot here, and we'll see if he also makes the Gargoyle Slam. I mean, you only need to make it if you are kind of afraid of the fight. I'm honestly a little surprised that he's that afraid of this player here, that he made this slam. I mean, maybe he just thinks he's always making it. I mean, it's not that crazy. Also, there's your slight daisy cam for the video if you want it. We get our second power up here because it's early double power up. Standalone sounds fantastic here. Just a bunch of extra HP to scale up everything. It scales up the Stair Axe, it scales up the Underdogs even, scales up, you know, the resist from the Gargoyles. It's everything you could ever want here. I'm curious to see actually, ooh, and this is a pretty decent board that we're rotating into here with the Kobuko 2. At least he doesn't have a lot of items slammed, just has the D-Blade here and no second slam, so we should be fine here. Yeah, it is fine. And we do opt to sell off the Rel. I was thinking that we would sell off this Rel here to make 30 gold here. Not too valuable of a Rel when we already have the Garen 2 holding all of our items. You know, how much tankier does our board get with a Rel 2 versus a Rel 1 on it? Not that much tankier when all of our items are on Garen. Going into minion rounds here. Did anyone see the Chainsaw Man movie yet? Oh my god, I saw that in theaters yesterday night. It was so good. It was actually like, I saw it in like the Dolby, what is it called? Dolby something theater, like the super theater, and I am so happy I did that. That is like one of the best movie experiences I've ever had in my life. So if you guys are thinking about going to see Chainsaw Man and you haven't seen it yet, go see it. Today's video is sponsored by Chainsaw Man, the Raise Arc. Yeah, it is 100%, and it's an undisclosed ad in my video. Please, okay. Slam the Shojin here because, I mean, it's a good slam to make on the Syndra. Not too much to say. Rotate into an Udi or two, by the way. We might actually lose our streak here, which is kind of crazy. Our board's great, but what is this? I mean, Malzahar is a broken unit. It's kind of close. We do end up losing that fight. That's tragic. I mean, what are we doing fighting against an Udi or two? But okay, whatever. I mean, that traps our streak, which is actually kind of awkward here. Sunfire board, Crown's Will, Piercing Sight. I mean, if you take Crown's Will, you can make a Spark Slam, which is like kind of chill, but I don't really care that much to slam Spark here. Sunfire board, I don't care for that much either. It's, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Piercing Sight. We can probably reroll this one first, honestly. So I'm down to do that. He leaves it open here. Okay. I mean, High Voltage, I don't think is necessarily great either. Is it going to be... Oh, wow. He rolls Piercing Sight, sees Tower Defense. Yuck. What are these options? I mean, I don't know. I'm not really... I guess I would take Cyber Uplink. He opts to take Tower Defense and gets Wraith +1. Okay. I mean, we have a Shojin made. It could be we play... I mean, it must be we play into... Well, here's the issue, right? I mean, if we had kept our streak, you would think a little bit about like Fast 9 Varus. We're level 650. We're still pretty rich because, I mean, we got a little bit of extra gold from our Silver Destiny, and we did win streak pretty hard. But is this going to be enough to make it to Fast 9? I would say no, unless we get a third Augment Econ here. We'll see, though. This is a kind of a precarious spot for Flancy, I'd say. There's a lot of good stuff about it. Obviously, we're still 91 HP. The other kind of thing is, if our game plan was not Fast 9, and we made the Shojin, I think, with the idea that we were going to do some kind of Fast 9. If our game plan is not Fast 9, then the Shojin Slam, I do think, becomes a good bit worse. You could play this into, what, like Star Guardians if you have to. It's so weird going back into a world now where, you know, there's no Mighty Mech that you're, you know, excited to play to as your default 4-cost line anymore. And the other 4-cost lines, I mean, they didn't get buffed, but they also kind of did get buffed by comparison, by the fact that, you know, Mighty Mech got taken out of the game so hard. So even something like, you know, a Soul Fighter you could see being a line, if we can, you know, guarantee that we're going to make it there. I guess you would kind of need the units here. But like we're holding a Prodigy and Bastion opener. The problem for that, ooh, I was looking at that bow. We can't get it, so we're going to have to take Cloak here. I guess it's going to be a Declaw here. There is the Karma, by the way, but once again, we've been B-patch nerfed here. We're really not that excited to play Mighty Mech these days. But yeah, it's such an interesting world now with that comp taken out and all these other comps, you know, a lot more playable because of it. I think we're going to see, honestly, a very healthy meta for week 2 of regionals, for worlds. Like, the set is going to be quite balanced right at the end. Was it balanced all the way through? I mean, who's to say, really? Who's to say? All right, I mean, the upside is we are getting our streak back towards the end of this stage here. We do have the opportunity to play for Bastion. Yeah, oh, and we're going to go push 7 here. Yeah, still get to make gold. And we're also going to get, this is actually really, really important, the 3-6 Crystal Gambit in. We've talked about this before. If you get Crystal Gambit in a 3-6, you can 5 loss next stage even, and then get Crystal Gambit cash out. I think this is going to be the plan, and this is going to be the how of how we are going to make it to level 9 here, is get Crystal Gambit in here. If you get one of the econ cash outs from Crystal Gambit, you feel a lot better about, you know, pushing fast 9. Even if we don't get an econ cash out and we get, you know, like the triple full item anvil, I mean, that makes you strong enough that you can feel better about fast 9. You know, even if you fast 9 on 1 stars, if you have, you know, triple item on everybody, you feel really, really good about it. I mean, the Sterex also, really, really nice for the Jug Fast 9, but I doubt that's what we're going to see here. We're holding on to a lot of Bastions. I mean, it could just be Bastion Fast 9, but then at that point, are you just playing down an entire Augment with your Wraith +1? That doesn't sound good. Oh, we do pick up a Gwen here. Could be, I mean, you can definitely fit her onto the board here. The question is, do you want to item carry her? I mean, you'd have to... I don't think you actually do want to. I mean, 1, Rising Chaos is pretty good, and 2, you'd have to burn a power-up remover and a regular remover to move items over, so I think it's actually not that good, especially because, like, Gwen 1 really often just runs the risk of just, like, dying randomly. This is a huge fight to win, by the way. If we win this is so good for us. I mean, it's just the power of this Bastion board we've set up here. My God, even playing down the Augment here, our board is not even bad. All right, last Augment here. Blood Rage, Overheal, Mace's Will. I mean, it will never be this. Mace's Will. Mace's Will into TG actually doesn't bother me that much. We do need some more damage items, though. I kind of want this to be like... Well, we'll see actually who we're itemizing here, because if it's Varus, then it wants to be like IE or something like that. I mean, Blood Rage is not too bad, especially if you are going to be playing for... you know, some melee carries and stuff like that. Oh, I would just take Know Your Enemy here. Oh, another Loki, another one here. Yeah, he takes another one here. I like this a lot. Can be double TG, can be double GS. Ooh, both are really tempting here. I think I would go GS just because we don't have items. Yeah, you will have to go for the double GS. I think this makes perfect sense here. And we're going to level up and play this. Yeah, the double TG, like, is tempting, but then you're stuck with just Shojin plus Bow on your main carry. Whereas this, now we have Shojin double GS. I mean, you can also throw these items on a lot of units and feel not bad about it. GS, you know, is the most flexible damage item in the game. Literally anyone can hold this. So it's a great spot item-wise, and we have our last fight here prior to our double down here. Now we're going to double down the next 3. 75 HP is just an insane amount of HP to be working with here, and we just have to make sure that we don't win any of the next 3 fights, which Flancy, I'm sure, will be scouting very diligently here. Must be the double down here. I would have been shocked if he didn't. Thinking about cutting Crystal Gambit here just so that we lose the game for fun. I'm not really sure what he's doing, because obviously we need Crystal Gambit in to cash out here. I guess he's... I mean, is he just trying to, like, bait people and, like if someone's, like, lazy scouting him, there's a kitty walking by. If someone just scouts him lazily, like, they won't see that he has Crystal Gambit him. I mean, honestly, why not? It's a small little thing that you can do. This is a relatively close fight versus Kog'Maw, which is great for us. 159 stacked after just 1 fight, and we have 2 more double down fights. I mean, in these spots, you really just have to be... You have to be careful that your board's not too strong to beat people. His board is pretty... weak, you know, judging by the fact that we're carrying 2-star 1-cost units, so I don't think we run any big risk of winning here. We're gonna take the Rod here for, I mean, what I imagine would be JG, but it's kind of interesting because, like, you know, normally you're playing for like Twisted Fate and like Braum on these type boards. You can play for Gwen on the Bastion board. You can play, I mean, you can play for Gwen, you can play for Seraphine. I mean, there are a lot of units, so he's just gonna angle towards the AP itemization here. Means though still that, like, it really seems like this guy does not care about using this Wraith spout whatsoever, which is kind of wild considering they did they buffed Varus this patch, or, you know, this full patch, not in the B patch obviously, and still he's like seems not very interested in playing around the Varus. Would rather just, hey, don't bite that kitty. He seems much more interested in playing around just 6 I mean, 6 Bastion is so good. I did an entire stream earlier in the set where I just like fast 9'd a bunch of games and tried to do this like Varus comp multiple times and like other kind of fast 9 comps like that, and then I just opted out of it. I was like, you know what, it's so much better just to play the Jug version or the Bastion version. Like, you're just, I mean, you're so much more stable on just 6 Bastion plus anything. All right, this is gonna be our last fight before we cash here. We get 299. Oh my god, that is so sad. If we killed Jarvan or just one more unit across the entire time, we would have got there. I mean, the upside is these lower cash outs are gold more likely, so this does make it easier for us to fast 9 here. Let's do our roll down here. Yep, he is going to play for 6 Bastions, finds a Gwen as well, doing a little bit of the roll down, and then going to do more of the roll down after minions. I like this a lot. You know, even Flancy saying, I cannot do a full roll down with all the fruits and everything in that amount of time. Picks up Seraphine, like I said, a nice extra potential in on this board. Finds TF, great unit here. Looking for stuff like Braum 2 here. There's Seraphine pair. There's Seraphine 2. She can be our power up here. Powers her up immediately. Wow, removers the power up and finds Mage for the Seraphine. This is one of her best power ups. Probably just her single best power up, just because if you get to that cast, you are essentially winning the fight here. Boom. And then boom. Actually, it doesn't even hit the Yuumi. Wait, our board might be weak enough that we don't win this fight. He also, wow, he found Noxious Trap that quickly as well. I didn't even notice that he was moving those power ups so fast. But still, actually, wow, a pretty insane loss. We just don't have the front line here. Okay, now we have Braum 2. That is a big hit in this spot. And I mean, we just end up playing this comp with Malzahar +1 here for Prodigy, and for a little random Wraith in here. Kind of funny, but I mean, Prodigy for the Seraphine, you know, very valuable. I do think we find like a Zyra or something like that. We are going to make that swap in. But I mean, you can see that he doesn't really care about. You could play Gwen on this board over the Malzahar. You know, the traits fit, but who really cares about an itemless Gwen versus, you know, getting Prodigy in for our Seraphine 2 with Mage? I mean, it's actually a very good call from Flancy here. 27 HP. A little bit low, but this is easily, you know, 2 lives. There's a world where it's 3 lives, I guess, but it'd be pretty crazy, but it could happen. And so the spot, from an HP perspective, looking good. We do rotate into level 9 Kale here. This guy's pretty scary, and we don't have a lot of single target on this board. That's our one kind of downside to carrying the Seraphine. We'll see if she can get to that extra cast here. Man, what did so much damage that fight? I mean, TF1, 6.5k, kind of the GOAT here. Another Wraith spat? I mean, probably not. Probably just take a real item for your Braum or for your Twisted Fate, and you obviously just take Protector's Vow for the Braum. I mean, we've talked about in the last video? No, the last video was the patch review thingy, one of the ones before. Wait, what is the idea behind this? Because I see it's Vow for Braum, but ooh. I'm really shocked, actually, that this was his pick instead of a TF item. I mean, Vow is really good on Braum, but I mean, wow. It just goes to show how highly he values Vow on Braum, and I guess also kind of in the similar way how low he values Gargoyle on Braum, because he is obviously 6 Bastion. This is a pretty bad fight for us. We get Katarina here. Yeah, he doesn't, I mean, this is, he just doesn't really have great anti-Katarina positioning. Let's go back here and look at this fight again and just see how he gets Katarina so hard here. I mean, yeah, he just has too much stuff, too close to the Seraphine. I mean, this Xin Zhao plus the Unstoppable allows Katarina to stay here, and then once this guy's dead, she's just gonna go here, and then she can just easily blink in a backline here. The TF also pulls. I mean, if the TF wasn't there, it also wouldn't have pulled towards Seraphine. So actually, surprising blunder from Flancy here. I think with better positioning, we can at least take a better loss. Upside is it's still only a 4-unit loss, so we dropped down to 17 HP. That is enough going into next stage that we can, you know, take a loss and be okay. Though it is also enough that he gets a little, I guess he just used his free TF rerolls there, yeah. And he's looking at pushing 10 here. I mean, Flancy playing for max cap this game, does not care about, you know, if he potentially, I mean, he's probably not going to die from 17 HP. Seems quite unlikely, and so he wants to play for the win here. Seraphine, boom, 1 big mage cast, boom. Oh my god, this unit is so satisfying to watch, actually. And so it's gonna be a cash out from TF. Ooh, hopefully it's a component anvil. Oh, it's a Seraphine. No! What about the Seraphine 3, Flancy? Or do you have no wokeness in you? He's been holding this Volibear for a long time. I guess for Edgelord Luchador. To me, it's better to just get a random Zyra on this board, but I guess, you know, maybe you won't find the random Zyra. I mean, the Edgelord is completely fake, I feel. Oh, well, I guess if we hit the bear too, you don't feel bad about it. And we also have TF2 here. You can take what I guess is a Deathblade for him. Yep. Oh, Deathblade up to, Deathblade up to Braum, and then just move the more tank items over to Leona. Man, he hates getting 3rd item onto this Lee Sin, but it makes sense. I mean, the Braum is a Braum 2. And he also can't make TF2 this round. So he's just saying, you know, I want to make sure I'm as strong as possible here. He does win this fight here. What? He forgot to lock the shop. Flancy, what are you doing? He didn't lock shop. What are we doing here? Oh my god. Also, we do see Zyra opts to say that that the Mal's is stronger than Zyra. I mean, okay. I mean, Prodigy, mana regen. I mean, you're getting 3 mana per second versus the AS. I mean, it's a lot of mana, and obviously, ooh, it's another fight versus the Katarina player that we get wrapped on though. We're gonna live, right? We have the Braum HP. Oh my god, down to 2. But I bet he's really wishing he made that TF2. Flancy's literally trolling. I mean, he's played this game out fantastically. But what are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay. I mean, you just need to. I mean, it's really hard when you have this many frontliners to actually anti-Katarina positioning, because like you're always gonna have somebody in front of Seraphine, and if you have anybody in front of Seraphine, then you know she can just go to backline. Rotate into this level 9 board. Also, I mean, not a bad board by any means. This Leona is really big. The big thing is you need exactly this to happen. You need to be able to ult the Leona and the backline here, and we do because of the Braum ult. Picks up a win here. Top 3 locked in for Flancy. Looking for, finally, I imagine, a TF item. I guess another Gwynsu's Rageblade. What else is there? Archangels and then move something over. Adapticone. It's not going to be Adapticone Braum, is it? The Bromler has logged in. Okay, there's TF2. Adapticone, yeah, I was thinking about this as well. You could just Adapticone the Seraphine and then GS the TF. I think this is pretty reasonable as well here. I think this is not bad. Seraphine, obviously, with Mage getting to that first cast is huge here. All right, rotate into a Soul Fighter board here. Well, actually, kind of like Soul Fighter Flex. Kind of interesting board for Lady Luck, like fast 9. But Samira, not going to be enough to win this fight. So a top 2 locked in here. And so now we just have to beat our arch nemesis here, the 7 Battle Academia Katarina board. We do roll down here, digging, hopefully for some kind of like Leona 2. He's seen so many Zyras, by the way, like I said, and he's in his opinion, this is strongest board. I mean, I do think with the Volley too, there is a lot of value in just having a big bear on your front line. And obviously the Luchador value onto Braum is pretty significant when it's a Braum too, with 6 Bastion. All right, Katarina, same side here. Looks pretty scary, but oh god, this looks so bad. But she blinks to frontline? Oh my god. This is goated fight RNG. We lose. Oh, it still might not be, but it is actually enough. Oh my god. TF wins that fight. Also, check this guy's bench, by the way. I mean, it should be fine. We finally find our Leona too, but they're actually holding a lot of Leonas and 6 Yumis on bench as well. Also was denying Samira 3. All right, we pop our Anvil here, take Adapticone for what I imagine will be the Braum finally, and then we just move. What do you actually move now that you look at it? It's kind of awkward. I mean, I guess you could just Adapticone the Leona and live with this. Gonna roll down here, look for something else here. What are we looking at? You could move like Sterax over maybe? Nasher's JG here, Shojin, and then double adaptive, 1 on the Leona, 1 on the Braum here, or on the mouse here. All right, last fight here. Gonna spread out our 2 carries here. We really just want to get to the 1 Seraphine cast, and then kind of like last fight, just let the TF clean up. And it looks like he can. It's really close. And yeah, the TF with Noxious Trap closes it out here. I mean, a crazy game from Flancy. I feel like he played this really nicely, minus the part where he missed the TF2. But hey, you know, even gods bleed. Congrats on rank 1 to Flancy, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch, Metafile, my links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always.